Life is not meant to be easy, my friends. It's supposed to be hard. That's what makes it great. The challenges we face, the obstacles we overcome, they are not just roadblocks on our path. They are the very things that shape us, mold us, and ultimately define who we become. Think about it. When was the last time you truly felt alive? Was it when everything was smooth sailing? Or was it when you pushed yourself beyond what you thought possible? I would bet it was the latter. Because that's where growth happens. That's where we discover our true potential. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but why does it have to be so hard? Why can't success just come easily? Well, let me ask you this. If success were easy, would it be worth anything? Would you value it? Would you appreciate it? The truth is, the value of anything in life is directly proportional to the effort required to obtain it. That's why the sweetest victories are often the hardest fought battles. They're the ones that require every ounce of your determination, every spark of your creativity, every drop of your sweat. But here's the kicker. The hardship is not just about the end result. It's about who you become in the process. Success is not just about reaching a destination. It's about the person you become on the way there. And let me tell you, it's the challenges, the setbacks, the moments when you want to give up but push through anyway. Those are the moments that forge your character. So instead of asking, why is it so hard? Start asking, how can I rise to the challenge? Because that's where the magic happens. That's where ordinary people become extraordinary. That's where average turns into exceptional. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Far from it. There will be days when you feel like you are pushing a boulder uphill. Days when you question everything. Days when giving up seems like the only sensible option. But let me tell you something. Those are the days that matter most. Those are the days that separate the dreamers from the doers. What if I told you that the very things you're struggling with right now are the things that will propel you forward? What if those obstacles are not holding you back, but actually pushing you in the right direction? It's all about perspective. Every problem you face is an opportunity in disguise, an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. When you hit a wall, do not turn back. Figure out how to climb over it, go around it, or break through it. Because on the other side of that wall is where your dreams lie. Now I want you to think about the last time you achieved something significant. Remember how it felt? That sense of accomplishment, that pride in knowing you overcame the odds. That feeling is priceless. And here's the secret. You can have that feeling again and again. All it takes is the willingness to embrace the hard work, to welcome the challenges. But how do we do that? How do we train ourselves to not just endure hardship, but to thrive in it? Well, it starts with your mindset. You've got to shift your perspective from seeing difficulties as burdens to seeing them as opportunities. Every problem you face is a chance to prove yourself, to learn something new, to become better than you were yesterday. Think about it like this. If life handed you everything on a silver platter, would you really appreciate it? Would you have the same sense of fulfillment? Of course not. It's the struggle that gives meaning to the success. It's the hard work that makes the reward so sweet. So here's what I want you to do. The next time you face a challenge, instead of getting discouraged, get excited. Say to yourself, this is where I get to shine. This is where I get to prove what I'm made of. Because that's exactly what it is, a chance to shine, a chance to grow. Now, I'm not saying you should seek out hardship for its own sake, but when it comes your way, and it will come your way, embrace it, welcome it, because that's where the real growth happens. That's where you discover what you are truly capable of. Think about any great achievement in history. Was it easy? Did it happen overnight? Of course not. It took years of hard work, countless failures, and unwavering persistence. But that's what made it great. That's what made it worth achieving. So, let me ask you this. What's your mountain? What's that big, audacious goal that seems almost impossible right now? Whatever it is, I want you to embrace the difficulty of it. Embrace the challenge. because that challenge is your opportunity to become something more than you are right now. Remember, the size of your success is determined by the size of your belief. If you believe something is too hard, guess what? It will be. But if you believe that you have what it takes to overcome any obstacle, to rise to any challenge, then nothing can stop you. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I put in all this hard work and still do not succeed? Well, let me tell you something. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Think about it like this. If you are not failing, you are not pushing yourself hard enough. You are not stepping out of your comfort zone. And if you are not stepping out of your comfort zone, you are not growing. It's as simple as that. So do not be afraid of failure. Be afraid of not trying. Be afraid of staying in your comfort zone while your dreams pass you by. Because that, my friends, is the real failure. Discipline. Because when things get hard, discipline is what keeps you going. It's what gets you out of bed when you'd rather sleep in. It's what keeps you working when others have given up. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. But here's the thing about discipline. It's not something you are born with. It's something you develop. It's a muscle you build over time. And like any muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. So how do you build discipline? You start small. You set small, achievable goals and you stick to them. Maybe it's waking up 15 minutes earlier each day. Maybe it's reading for 30 minutes before bed. Whatever it is, start small and be consistent. Because consistency, as you build that discipline muscle, you will find that you are able to take on bigger challenges. You will find that you are able to push through when things get tough. And that's when the real magic happens. When things get hard, persistence is what keeps you in the game. It's what separates the winners from the quitters. Persistence is the ability to keep going, to keep pushing, even when every fiber of your being wants to give up. But here's the thing about persistence. It's not about never falling down. It's about getting back up every time you do. It's about dusting yourself off, learning from your mistakes, and trying again and again and again until you succeed. Think about any successful person you admire. I guarantee you, they faced countless setbacks and failures along the way. But what set them apart was their persistence, their refusal to give up, their ability to keep going when others would have thrown in the towel. So, when things get tough, and they will get tough, remember this, your persistence is a measure of your belief in yourself. Every time you refuse to give up, you are telling yourself, I believe in me. I believe I can do this. And that belief, my friends, is powerful beyond measure. When things get hard, your attitude is everything. It's the lens through which you view the world. And let me tell you, if you have a positive attitude, you will find opportunities where others see obstacles. But here's the thing about attitude. It's a choice. You choose your attitude every single day. You can choose to focus on the negative, on all the reasons why something will not work. Or you can choose to focus on the positive. And let me tell you, that choice makes all the difference. Because your attitude determines your actions, and your actions determine your results. So if you want better results, start with a better attitude. When we discuss success and overcoming challenges, and that's the power of relationships. You see, no one succeeds alone. We all need support, encouragement, and sometimes a gentle push in the right direction. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they people who lift you up or bring you down? Are they people who challenge you to be better, or people who are content with mediocrity? Because let me tell you, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose your associations wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who push you to be better, who believe in you, even when you doubt yourself. Because when things get tough, and they will get tough, these are the people who will help you keep going. But it's not just about what others can do for you. It's also about what you can do for others. Because here's her secret: when you help others achieve their dreams, you will find that you are closer to achieving your own. There's something magical about contribution, about making a positive difference in someone else's life. So, as you are working towards your goals, as you are pushing through the hard times, remember to reach out a hand to others. Share your knowledge, your experiences, your encouragement. Because in doing so, you are not just helping them, you are reinforcing your own resolve, your own commitment to success. The harder you work, the more important it becomes to take care of yourself. Your body and mind are your most valuable assets. If you do not take care of them, everything else falls apart. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're eating right. Make sure you are taking time to relax and recharge. Because success is not just about working hard. It's about working smart. And part of working smart is knowing when to push and when to rest. Remember, this journey of success, this path of overcoming challenges, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You need to pace yourself. You need to take care of yourself along the way, because what good is success if you are too burnt out to enjoy it? Many people struggle with when facing difficult times. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of not being good enough. These fears can be paralyzing. They can keep you stuck, keep you from even trying. But here's the truth about fears. It's not real. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. It's your mind playing tricks on you, trying to keep you safe in your comfort zone. But remember, growth does not happen in your comfort zone. Success does not happen in your comfort zone. So how do you overcome fear? You face it head on. You do the thing you're afraid of. Because here's another secret. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Every time you face your fears, every time you do something that scares you, you grow stronger. You prove to yourself that you are capable more than you thought. And that confidence, that self-belief is priceless. When things get tough, it's your goals that will keep you going. They are your North Star, guiding you through the darkness, showing you the way forward. But here's the thing about goals: they need to be specific. They need to be measurable. They need to be time-bound. Vague goals produce vague results. So get clear on what you want, write it down, make a plan to achieve it. And here's another secret about goals. The more you review them, the more likely you are to achieve them. So, do not just set your goals and forget about them. Review them daily. Visualize yourself achieving them. Feel the emotions of success. Because when you do this, you are programming your subconscious mind for success. You are aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with your goals. And that's when the magic happens. It's true. There is no plan in communication before the fact. It is your ability to be willing to be wrong when you create opportunities that determines your success. So be flexible, be willing to change your approach when something is not working. Be open to new ideas, new strategies, because sometimes the path to success is not a straight line. Sometimes it's a winding road full of unexpected turns. But here's the beautiful thing about adaptability. It not only helps you overcome challenges, it also opens you up to new opportunities. Some of the greatest successes in history came from people who were flexible enough to see opportunities where others saw only obstacles. The power of small wins. When you are facing a big challenge, it can feel overwhelming. It can feel like you are not making any progress at all. But here's the secret. Success is built on a foundation of small wins. It's about making progress, no matter how small, every single day. It's about celebrating those small victories along the way. So do not just focus on the big goal. Break it down into smaller, manageable steps and celebrate each step you complete, because each of those small wins builds your confidence. Each of those small wins proves that you are making progress. And that momentum, that sense of progress, is invaluable when things get tough. Comparison. In this age of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others, to look at someone else's success and feel like you are falling behind. But here's the truth. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday, because everyone's journey is different. Everyone's challenges are different. And comparing your journey to someone else's is not only unfair, it's counterproductive. Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own progress. Are you better today than you were yesterday? Are you closer to your goals than you were last week, last month, last year? That's what matters. That's what you should focus on. Every setback, every failure, every difficulty is an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to grow, to become better, to become stronger. So instead of getting discouraged when things do not go as planned, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become better? Because when you approach challenges with a learning mindset, you turn every setback into a setup for a comeback. And here's another secret about learning. It never stops. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners. They are always reading, always studying, always seeking to improve themselves, because they know that in a world that's constantly changing, the only way to stay ahead is to keep learning, keep growing. When we discuss success and overcoming challenges, gratitude, because when things get tough, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong. It's easy to get caught up in negativity, but gratitude is like a reset button for your mind. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, from what's going wrong to what's going right. And that shift in perspective can make all the difference. So make gratitude a daily practice. Every day, take a moment to appreciate what you have, what you've accomplished, the people in your life who support you. Because when you are grateful, you are not only happier, you are also more resilient. You are better equipped to handle challenges. Self-belief. Because when things get tough, when the odds seem stacked against you, it's your belief in yourself that will keep you going. But here's the thing about self-belief. It's not something you're born with. It's something you build. It's something you cultivate through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So what's your self-talk? Are you encouraging yourself or criticizing yourself? Are you focusing on your strengths or dwelling on your weaknesses? Because the way you talk to yourself matters. It shapes your beliefs, which in turn shape your actions, which ultimately determine your results. And here's another secret about self-belief. It's contagious. When you believe in yourself, others will believe in you too. And that support, that confidence from others can be invaluable when you are facing challenges. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with when things get tough: staying motivated. Because let's face it, motivation is not constant. It comes and goes. And when you are facing challenges, it's easy to lose motivation. You do not need motivation to take action. You need discipline, you need habits. Because habits are what carry you through when motivation fails. So focus on building good habits. Create routines that support your goals. Because when you have strong habits, you will keep moving forward even on days when you do not feel motivated. And here's another secret about motivation. It often follows action, not the other way around. Sometimes you need to start moving before you feel motivated. You need to take that first step, even if you do not feel like it. Because once you start moving, the motivation will follow. Now let's talk about something that's crucial when facing challenges. Because success rarely happens overnight. It's a process. It takes time. And in our instant gratification culture, it's easy to get discouraged when things do not happen as quickly as we would like. But here's the reality. Anything worth achieving takes time. The oak tree does not grow to its majestic height in a day. It takes years of slow, steady growth. And your success is no different. It's built day by day, decision by decision, action by action. So cultivate patience. Understand that setbacks and slow progress are part of the journey. They are not signs of failure. They are signs that you are on the right path. Because if it were easy, everyone would do it. The fact that it's hard, that it takes time, is what makes it valuable. Remember, success is not just about reaching your destination. It's about who you become along the way. And that transformation takes time. It takes patience. It takes persistent effort day in and day out, even when you can't see immediate result. Think about a farmer planting seeds. He does not dig them up every day to see if they are growing. He trusts the process. He knows that with the right care and attention, those seeds will eventually sprout and grow into a bountiful harvest. Your dreams, your goals, are like those seeds. Give them time, nurture them, trust the process. In today's world of constant distractions, the ability to focus is more valuable than ever. When you are facing challenges, when things get tough, it's easy to get sidetracked. It's easy to lose sight of what's truly important. Where focus goes, energy flows. What you focus on expands. So be intentional about where you put your attention. Focus on solutions, not problems. Focus on progress, not perfection. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't. And remember, focus is not just about what you do, it's also about what you do not do. It's about saying no to the things that do not align with your goals, that do not move you closer to your dreams. Because every time you say no to something that's not important, you are saying yes to something that is. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool. It does not know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. So use that to your advantage. Visualize your success. See it, feel it, believe it with every fiber of your being. Athletes use this technique all the time. Before they step onto the field, they've already played the game in their minds. They've already seen themselves succeeding. And you can do the same thing in your life, in your business, in your relationships. Take time each day to visualize your success. See yourself overcoming challenges. See yourself achieving your goals. Feel the emotions of success. Because when you do this consistently, you are programming your subconscious mind for success. You are aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with your goals. Because all the positive thinking in the world, all the goal setting and visualizing means nothing without action. Dreams do not work unless you do. It's as simple as that. But here's the thing about action. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be huge. You do not need to have everything figured out before you start. You just need to start. Take that first step, no matter how small, because momentum builds upon itself. One small action leads to another, and before you know it, you are making real progress. Remember, you do not have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Just take that first step. Trust that the next step will reveal itself, because it will, but only if you are in motion, only if you are taking action. Your environment shapes you more than you might realize. It influences your thoughts, your habits, your actions. So be intentional about creating an environment that supports your goals. Surround yourself with books that inspire you, with people who uplift you, with reminders of your goals and your potential. Clean up your physical space. Organize your workspace. Because when your external environment is in order, it's easier to find clarity and focus internally. And it's not just about your physical environment. It's also about your mental environment. What are you feeding your mind? What kind of information are you consuming? Are you filling your mind with negativity and doubt, or with positivity and inspiration? Because what goes into your mind comes out in your life. When things get tough, when obstacles seem insurmountable, it's your commitment that will see you through. It's your commitment that will keep you going when motivation fades, when doubts creep in, when others tell you it can't be done. But here's the thing about commitment. It's a decision you make every single day. It's not something you do once and forget about. It's a daily choice to show up, to do the work, to keep pushing forward no matter what. And remember, commitment is not about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes or never facing setbacks. It's about getting back up every time you fall. It's about learning from your mistakes and using them to fuel your growth. The importance of celebrating your progress. When you are focused on a big goal, it's easy to get so caught up in what's still left to do that you forget to acknowledge how far you've come. But celebrating your progress, no matter how small, is crucial for maintaining momentum and motivation. So take time to reflect on your journey. Acknowledge your growth, Celebrate your wins, no matter how small they might seem. Because each of those wins, each of those steps forward, is bringing you closer to your ultimate goal. And here's another secret about celebrating progress. It trains your brain to look for the positive. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's improving. And that positive focus can be a powerful force in overcoming challenges and achieving your dreams. The power of your words, the language you use, both in your self-talk and in your communication with others, has a profound impact on your mindset and your actions. Your words shape your reality. So be mindful of the words you use. Are you speaking in terms of possibilities or limitations? Are you using language that empowers you or language that holds you back? Because when you change your words, you change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, you change your life. Let's address the importance of balance. When you are pursuing big goals, when you are pushing through challenges, it's easy to become obsessed, to work all the time, to neglect other areas of your life. But true success is not just about achieving one goal at the expense of everything else. It's about creating a life of harmony and fulfillment. So, make time for the things that matter. Make time for your health, for your relationships, for activities that bring you joy and rejuvenation. Because when you are balanced, when you're fulfilled in all areas of your life, you are more resilient, you are better equipped to handle challenges. You are more likely to achieve lasting success. Your life right now is the result of the decisions you have made up to this point. And your future will be shaped by the decisions you make from this point forward. So, be intentional about your decisions. Be conscious of the choices you are making, big and small. Remember, success is rarely the result of one big decision. It's the result of thousands of small decisions made consistently over time. It's choosing to wake up early instead of hitting snooze. It's choosing to read a book instead of watching TV. It's choosing to face your fears instead of hiding from them. And here's the beautiful thing about decisions. You always have the power to make a new one. No matter what's happened in the past, no matter what mistakes you've made, you always have the power to choose differently moving forward. In a world that's constantly telling you to be someone else, to fit into a certain mold, being true to yourself is a revolutionary act, and it's essential for real, lasting success. You will never be truly successful trying to be someone else. You will never find true fulfillment pretending to be something you are not. Your unique gifts, your unique perspective, your unique way of doing things, that's your power. That's your edge. So do not be afraid to be yourself. Do not be afraid to stand out. Because the things that make you different are the very things that make you valuable. They are what set you apart in a world of conformity. When things get tough, when obstacles seem insurmountable, it's your persistence that will see you through. It's your ability to keep going, to keep pushing forward, even when everything seems to be working against you. Most people give up right before their breakthrough. They quit when success is just around the corner, but not you. You are different. You understand that persistence is the key to success. You understand that the darkest hour is just before dawn. So keep going, keep pushing, keep believing. Because your breakthrough might be just one more try away. Your success might be just one more effort away, and you will never know unless you persist. Let's address the importance of continuous improvement. In a world that's constantly changing, standing still is the same as moving backward. So, make a commitment to constant and never-ending improvement. Always be looking for ways to grow, to learn, to become better. Read books, attend seminars, seek out mentors, learn from your mistakes, because the more you grow, the more you will be able to achieve. The more you improve yourself, the more you will be able to improve your circumstances. Improvement does not always have to be dramatic. Small improvements made consistently over time can lead to dramatic results. It's the compound effect in action. Just focus on getting 1% better every day, and over time, you will be amazed at how far you've come. Your mindset is like the operating system of your life. It determines how you interpret events, how you respond to challenges, how you approach opportunities. And the beautiful thing is you have the power to choose your mindset. You can choose to see challenges as obstacles or opportunities. You can choose to see failures as setbacks or lessons. You can choose to see yourself as a victim of circumstances or as the creator of your own destiny. So cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn, to grow, to overcome any challenge. Because when you believe you can, you are right. And when you believe you can't, you are also right. Your beliefs become your reality. It's easy to blame others, to make excuses, to point fingers when things do not go as planned. But true success, true growth comes from taking full responsibility for your life. As long as you are blaming others, as long as you are making excuses, you are giving away your power. You are saying that your life is controlled by external forces, that you are powerless to change your circumstances. But when you take responsibility, when you own your life completely, you reclaim your power. You acknowledge that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can always control your response. And that response is what shapes your life. Your life is essentially the sum of your habits. What you do consistently, day in and day out, shapes your reality. So if you want to change your life, start by changing your habits. Identify the habits that are holding you back and replace them with habits that move you forward. Create routines that support your goals. Because when you have strong, positive habits, success becomes almost inevitable. It becomes the natural result of your daily actions. Habits are formed through repetition. It might be hard at first, but keep at it. Because once a habit is formed, it becomes automatic. It becomes part of who you are. Let's address the importance of resilience. Life will knock you down. Challenges will come. Setbacks will happen. It's not a matter of if, but when. And in those moments, it's your resilience that will determine whether you stay down or get back up. Resilience is not about avoiding failure or never experiencing setbacks. It's about how quickly you recover. It's about your ability to bounce back, to learn from the experience, to come back stronger. So, cultivate resilience. Build your mental and emotional strength. Because the more resilient you are, the more challenges you can overcome. The more resilient you are, the higher you can climb. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your life. They influence your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So be intentional about your association. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who bring out the best in you. Seek out mentors who've achieved what you want to achieve. Because when you are surrounded by greatness, it's easier to become great yourself. Networking is not just about what others can do for you. It's about what you can do for others. It's about building genuine relationships, about adding value wherever you can. Because the more you give, the more you will receive in return. In a world full of distractions and noise, clarity is power. When you are clear about what you want, when you are clear about your values and priorities, decision-making becomes easier. Action becomes more focused and effective. So take time to get clear. Clear about your goals, clear about your values, clear about the person you want to become. Because when you have clarity, you have direction. And when you have direction, you have power. Clarity is not something you achieve once and then forget about. It's something you continually refine as you grow and evolve. So make it a habit to regularly check in with yourself to ensure you are still on the right path. Your standards determine the quality of your life. They determine what you will accept and what you will not. They determine how far you will go and how much you will achieve. So raise your standards. Expect more from yourself. Demand excellence in everything you do. Because when you raise your standards, you raise your life. When you expect more from yourself, you get more from life. Your standards are not just about big things. They are about the small daily choices you make. They are about how you conduct yourself, how you treat others, how you approach your work. Raise your standards in all areas of your life and watch how your life transforms. In a world of instant gratification, self-discipline is like a superpower. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. It's the ability to delay gratification, to choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure. Cultivate self-discipline. Start small. Build it up over time, because the more self-disciplined you become, the more you will be able to achieve. The more you will be able to overcome any challenge that comes your way. And remember, self-discipline is not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about making the right choices more often than not. It's about getting back on track quickly when you slip up. Your attitude is like a filter through which you experience the world. It colors everything you see, everything you do. A positive attitude does not mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems, on opportunities rather than obstacles. Cultivate a positive attitude. Choose optimism over pessimism. Choose gratitude over complaint, because when you change your attitude, you change your life. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Your attitude is a choice. It's something you can control regardless of your circumstances. So, choose wisely. Choose an attitude that empowers you, that moves you forward, that helps you overcome any challenge. The importance of taking calculated risks. Growth and comfort do not coexist. If you want to achieve great things, if you want to reach your full potential, you need to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. You need to be willing to take risks. But here's the key. These should be calculated risks, not reckless gambles, but thoughtful decisions where the potential reward outweighs the potential loss, where you've done your homework, where you've prepared as much as possible. And remember, every risk you take, whether it leads to success or failure, is an opportunity to learn and grow. So do not be afraid of taking risks. Be afraid of staying stagnant, of not reaching your full potential. Your beliefs shape your reality. They determine what you think is possible, what you are willing to attempt, what you are able to achieve. If you believe something is impossible, you will not even try. But if you believe it's possible, you will find a way to make it happen. So, examine your beliefs. Are they serving you or limiting you? Are they based on facts or on fears? Because here's the truth, many beliefs were formed when you were young based on limited information and experience. But you are not the same person you were then. You have more knowledge, more experience, more capability. Challenge your limiting beliefs, replace them with empowering ones. Because when you change your beliefs, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you change your results. In today's rapidly changing world, the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is crucial. What brought you success in the past might not work in the future. So, commit to being a lifelong learner. Read books, take courses, seek out new experiences. Be curious about the world around you, because the more you learn, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more you can achieve. Remember, knowledge is not just power, it's potential power. It's only when you apply what you learn that it becomes truly valuable. So do not just acquire knowledge for its own sake. Apply it. Use it to improve your life, to solve problems, to create value for others. My friends, life is meant to be lived fully. It's meant to be challenging. It's through these challenges that we discover who we truly are and what we're capable of. Embrace the difficulties. Welcome the obstacles. For they are not merely roadblocks, but stepping stones to your greatest achievements. Your potential is limitless. Your capacity for growth is boundless. And the person you become through this journey of overcoming challenges and pursuing your dreams, that's the real reward. That's the true measure of success. So go forth with courage, with determination, with an unwavering belief in yourself. Face your fears, pursue your passions, and never ever give up on your dreams, because you have greatness within you, And it's through the crucible of challenge and perseverance that this greatness will be revealed. Remember, it's supposed to be hard. That's what makes it great. Now go out there and make your mark on the world. Your time is now. Seize it with both hands and never let go.